What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
We're good.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I think he's still figuring it out.
Drag him back in.
Yeah, drag him back in.
Okay. Never mind. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
How's everybody doing today?
Good, man.
It's early for us.
Yeah, it's late here.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky on that end of the spectrum.
Yeah. I mean, I have to go to work in about 35 minutes, but other than that, I guess I'm lucky.
You had to go to work in 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Michael, right? Is that how you say it? I hope I'm saying it right.
It's Mikael.
Okay, Mikael. How much time do you have?
I'm free.
Okay. So we got Jack here for around 35 minutes. Couple, like 15 or so minutes, and then we can do it with Mikael for a little bit. And then,
Yeah.
Okay. So since Jack is here, I was going to wait to save this for later, but the split EP,
Yes.
I need to hear about this. I need to hear what's going on with
Oh, yeah. What is there to say about it? I mean, it's been in the works for a while. And ever since COVID hit, we kind of been on the down low with pretty much everything we've been up to. But it's shaping up. I know drums have been recorded. Mika, did you record bass yet?
No, I'm going on now tomorrow, Tuesday, to record. Like we start the
Okay.
record.
There you see. Yeah, so it's a split we're doing with existential dissipation.
that. Ooh.
And it's been in the works for a while, but since like before COVID, we had a lot of touring going on and everything, so we couldn't really get around to start recording it. Plus, we live in 5 different countries, so
Yeah.
there's that too. So there's a lot of logistics that needs to be taken care of before everything falls into place. But we are nearing an end. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel for this one.
This
So
is good. This is going to be good.
yeah.
What really surprised me with 2020 was you guys remastered 2 albums.
Yeah.
The Art of Female Sodomy and 10 Acts of Sickening Perversity, and
Yeah.
I'm already suppressed on YouTube, so um those were amazing even when they first released, and then you guys remastered them, and that was amazing. Like it was
Yeah.
I mean, when I didn't even know they came out.
No, the thing is, a lot of people thought it was new albums. Like at first, like, "Oh shit, Kraanium dropped a new album." Like, no, relax, dude. It's a re-release. Okay, it's
Re-release, yes, and it was amazing. I loved it. I listened to it. I've been listening to a lot of Slam lately. He's cutting out.
He died.
He died.
Yeah, but we had also different artwork for like they reissued the CD and as a tape, and also did they redid the artwork for that. So it was pretty good.
That's amazing. I love to hear that. Like it was like I'm young. I'm a young gun. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm very cultured on certain things. So I'm only 18 years old, but I can say that I'm glad that I have the knowledge that most people do not when it comes to different genres of music per se. And I spend a lot of time listening to music as well as, just the arts in general. You know what I mean? I support local bands. I support smaller bands. I support sometimes bigger bands depending on how fucking douchey they are.
for sure.
And that's just how it is. And the thing is most people would be surprised at how knowledgeable I am on certain things. But the truth is I sit down and I do my research. Like when you guys said Monday, that gave me a lot of time to sit down and listen to your guys' music over and over to see what I could ask questions about and really get into the topic of it. In my opinion, you guys are Slam legends, and I'll be telling my grandkids about you guys. I'm serious. I'm
Thanks,
serious.
man.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, man.
And
I mean, the band it has existed for quite a while, so
yeah,
it sort of makes sense though.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but it's
Even
still
though me and
crazy.
Jack, we're the newest guys kind of in the band. We have been
Yeah,
since fall of 2017.
yeah. I think most of that credit goes to Mats and Martin, of course,
Yeah.
for creating this. We're just riding the wave.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed is you guys don't really come to the U.S. often, and when you do, you guys don't
Yeah.
come around my area, you know.
Mm.
So
Where are you located?
I'm between Ohio and Pittsburgh, so
Oh, okay.
I don't if you guys do come around here, I don't see it because they don't like promote shit.
No.
But
I can
with the
imagine.
US is hard because the last tour, even when you apply for work visas and
Yeah.
everything, and it depends on promoters to get the locations for the for the tour, because it wasn't only the band, it was this there was the tour pack, so
Yeah.
you had to if nobody locally wants to do the show, then
It's hard.
it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it tough.
Yeah, for sure. In Pittsburgh, like I said, they're very picky about who they promote. Like we had Dying Fetus come through Pittsburgh last year, and nobody knew about it because they didn't, like, their promoter didn't promote it. Like, isn't that your job?
That's literally his only job.
Like, isn't that your job? And one thing that I can say is me and Chandler, we don't give a fuck like what you have to say on this podcast. Like, we're very unfiltered. I'm a very critical person when it comes to things. Like, I don't think Ingested is real slam.
It isn't. I'm just being straight up here.
It's not. It's
no,
like,
but the thing is, they make. I mean, it's a deathcore band. I mean,
Yeah.
their early releases, you can argue, were more slam oriented. But it's a deathcore band now, and it has been for quite some time. And it seems like they can't really shake that whole slam thing. But I know it sells, so obviously they will put it on merch and call themselves Slam Kings.
yeah, and that's Jay. Jay, he's a good vocalist, and I mean, I'm not,
for sure,
I'm
for
not,
sure he is.
I'm not throwing shade, but Jason, you need to fucking not do that. That's just how it is. Like, I told Ronnie Radke I was gonna beat his ass. What, 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and that's like there's a difference between slamming brutal deathcore and slam.
Yeah. There's a lot of new terminology being thrown around these days because everybody wants to fit into pretty much every box possible. So when you say brutal slamming, deathcore-ish, it's just modern day deathcore. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much all it like. And there's not really any comparison anymore. I know a lot of like young guns, they get super confused, which is, I get it, because everybody calls themselves slam these days.
Yeah.
So and I kind of try online to like tell people, like, dude, just so you know, this is not slam, this is deathcore. And people tend to think that as soon as you do that, as soon as you correct them, you're a fucking elitist and you're ignorant and all this shit. It's like, dude, I've said it in another interview. Like, if I walk into a fucking library and I want a specific book on a topic, I'm pretty fucking happy that the library is organized and it's not thrown around. If I'm looking for fiction, I'm not going to the fucking end where I can find atlases and books about fucking, animals and shit. Like, it's just, it's a box and you're put in there for a reason, so people know what you are, and so if they enjoy your music, then they can search on similar music. That's not a bad thing. Genres has never been a bad thing, but it's been blown out of proportions these days, and people hate being put into boxes for some fucked up reason.
Yeah. That's for sure. One mix of slam that I like though is slamming beatdown. Now, I personally don't think that's a bad genre, but that's just me. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard the band Paleface.
Yeah.
They're slamming beatdown. They don't consider themselves slam. They're just like, yo, dude, look, we're slamming beatdown, and we're gonna admit it.
It's beatdown.
Yeah,
it's beatdown. And the thing is, again, the terminology slam has been thrown around. As soon as you have a down tempo riff, people tend to say, "Oh, this is slamming something."
Yeah, that's not
It's
the case.
it's beatdown, man. It's beatdown, and it's good. I
Yeah.
mean, I like a lot of
a
great
little bit
beatdown, man.
those, guttural vocals and a little bit blast. So that's already make them, instantly more towards that than
Yeah.
kind of like then to the beatdown hardcore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like Pittsburgh has a local beatdown band called Watcher. I don't know if you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I know.
Watcher.
Yeah. They played a show.
PA has yeah, sick.
They played a show Saturday. Because
They did.
the U.S. is kind of opening up more now.
Yeah.
Since I'm gonna say it, since Trump's not in office anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm just jealous you got shows right now. Really.
And the thing is we shouldn't have them, but
Mm.
we're not ready to have them. I don't think
No.
we are. I think we need to wait a little bit, like until at least summer when more people get the microchip, as you people call them. And
Yeah.
I got mine on Saturday, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if people are so scared of being watched all the time and microchips, maybe you should throw away that fucking smartphone with 10,000 cameras on it that listens to your conversations. Don't be such a pussy about a vaccine, honestly.
And
Like, your phone is keeping track of you more than anything else in this world. So,
Yep, and people don't realize that, but
mm.
they're more worried about, because we have a huge sex trafficking problem over here, and it's bad.
yeah?
It's bad. Yeah, they're more worried about religion, and I'm not dissing religion. However, I don't agree with it, but they're more worried about religion than following science. And then while there's little kids getting kidnapped every day over here,
Yeah.
that's all they're worried about. That's the United
Mm.
States of America.
Yeah.
I don't know why people want to live here. If I could leave, I would.
It's so
Yeah.
different also from state to state, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we drove through last time, I mean, just going from one state to the other, like, the differences a lot of times is, like, astronomical. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like you go to California, okay, it's going to be a little different than Las Vegas. And that's just for sure. Like, it all depends on, I'm not going to get into politics or nothing because that's not what we do here sometimes.
No.
But, okay, so Las Vegas is Democratic. California is also Democratic. But then, as soon as you start to go into the South, where people fuck their cousins and shit, that's when you hit the Trumpsters. And those people are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
So it all depends on where you're at. Like, I'm on the Ohio PA border. So if I were to go to stay in Ohio, it's all Republican. And then I were to go to PA, people are sensible there.
Mm.
So it's a lot different. It all depends on where you're at.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just the U.S. was a shit show for 4 years, and I'm not scared to say it.
Mm. I mean, we've been following along on the sidelines. Like, it's been a great show. But I think 4 seasons is enough.
Yeah. I could only imagine what the news is like where you guys are at for the United States. Like, my friend, he's from Australia, and he was like, dude, it said that you guys are going to get, like, bombed, like, next week or something. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But,
We said you're from Pittsburgh, yeah?
yes.
Yeah. I mean, the first show we had on the U.S. tour was in Philly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you guys would have only came 6 hours closer, that would have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see. See, that's the thing that throws me off, man, that you can drive for fucking 8 hours and still be in the same state. Like, if I drive for 8 hours here, I'll literally be on the other side of the country. No joke. Not even 8 hours. I think I'm driving 6 hours, and then I'm through my country.
That's cool though. Like, I like that. Like, it's so cool how different, like, in my opinion, it's so cool how different that other places are than we are. We're a boring fucking country, okay? We are. Like, I wouldn't want to take us either. Like, we're not even allowed in Canada. That's how.
No, they're
That's how.
pretty tolerable though.
Yeah, I like Canadians. They're cool. I went to Niagara
Yeah.
Falls and met a couple Canadians up there. They were all right.
Mm.
Did you guys see the 400 vocalist track that's coming out Q2 of 2021?
Oh,
No, didn't see
what's that?
So there's this band called Beyond Deviation, and they're doing a 400 vocalist track. It's 37 minutes long, and each vocalist had 6 seconds.
Fuck.
One big gang vocal.
That sounds like that's gonna be a clusterfuck of vocals.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're Canadian.
Ah, okay.
Makes sense, right?
Oh man.
But it's like,
400
I don't
vocalists, man.
you
Jesus
hear
Christ.
the
that's a lot.
vocalist when it's that many.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear the difference even?
Next YouTube challenge will be naming the vocalist as the song goes along.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, here's the thing: is they have a shirt coming out, and it's like it's not. I mean, no, I'm not throwing shade or nothing, but on the front it says Beyond Deviation, and it has like an earth on it, and it's like the shittiest drawing ever. And on the back, it has all 400 vocalists. Now, where do you even find 400 people to do this? Is my question.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Jack, you should have hopped on it. I wish you would have knew about it.
I mean, who knows? If you scout with t-shirts, maybe I am on there. I don't know. Like 400.
Well, we missed one, so we're just gonna add this. You know, he's not even on the track. We're just gonna throw him on the shirt.
Let's just throw his name on here.
Do you guys have a U.S. merch store by any chance?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's Massacre
Massacre
merch.
merch
I
has
can't.
a store for us.
I can't even find it. I've been looking for like 3 weeks, and I can't.
Oh, right.
Massacre is a division from Cold Cuts. You know, I think Cold Cuts headquarters is in PA.
Oh, okay.
I need to start looking harder, I guess.
Taken, but
Like, yeah, cause like I've been looking for your guys' merch for like ever. Now I know where to like go. Like I've seen like rip-offs on like eBay and shit, and I'm just like, no, bro,
yeah.
I'm chilling. Like you can kiss my ass. Like I'm not. No.
But we can put the link later, kind of like so for you guys.
It's amazing. Yeah, and I'll definitely be picking something up. That's for sure.
It made it a lot easier for to have the US merch store because of the postage prices.
Yeah.
You know what? I just put the link in your general chat. For
Okay.
it.
Okay.
There you go.
That's amazing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the band Hunt the Dinosaur. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard the
Well,
I've heard the name. I'm pretty sure I listened to the music also. Yeah.
they're not bad. I don't think.
No.
I was supposed to. I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet, and I want your guys' opinion for this. Like Jack and I hope I say it right again, Mikael. I hope I say it right. He wants me to pay him to do an interview. Should I do it?
What? Sorry, you cut out for a moment there.
Why would somebody pay to do an interview? Kind of like
Exactly.
He was like you can get a tattoo, or you can pay me $200. And I was like,
Don't do it, man.
I don't think.
Like, listen, if an artist doesn't have like half an hour, 40 minutes or something to pull out of his schedule to actually do an interview, which is gonna promote him as well,
Yeah.
without getting paid for it, fuck that.
I
Like,
never
there's so
heard of
many
this
there's so
thing.
many other bands out there you can interview instead. And that this is no hate on the guys. I'm sure they're good guys, but I just don't see the idea. Like, it's not a concert, man. It's not like you need to bring your own shit. You literally sit down with your phone, talk with someone for half an hour. it shouldn't cost anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I was like thinking about. Like,
Mm.
you know, you're getting a free promo.
Sure.
Plus it's helping us out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, when I saw you guys like took my story and put it on yours, I was like, these guys didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you guys didn't have to do that, and like that, you know, I was like, yo, this is cool. Like, people actually want to like help us out. Like, this is weird.
Of course, man. I mean, so in my opinion, this community, like the death metal community in general,
Yeah.
I think the metal community in general, it's like it's just one big family of people doing each other favors, you know,
Yeah.
like that, like hyping each other up, and that's one of the things I actually absolutely love about this, that everybody can get along one way or the other, you know, and help each other out. Yeah.
What's it like touring with epicardectomy? I know you guys have done that. I think
It's the best guys, man. I fucking love those guys.
all I'm gonna say is no shade, but your circle pits fucking suck.
Yeah, you know, like it's very different from venue to venue, because I know when we played Detroit, people got knocked the fuck around. Like throughout the show, like the bouncer pretty much just took people from the pit and threw them out the back door. Like that was one thing. They were fucking crazy. And one guy came up to us after the show, and his nose was all fucked up. I mean, he broke it in like literally more places than I've ever seen a nose be broken in before, man. And he was just happy, you know. It's like, dude, you need to go to the hospital. Like, nah, fuck it, I'm too drunk for that. I can't feel shit. I'll deal with this shit tomorrow. And he was just covered in blood, like his own, for some fucking reason, man.
Like, when you if you guys ever make it to Pittsburgh, dude, like, you'll notice, like, we beat the living piss out of each other, and then the security guard doesn't do nothing about it. He's like, oh, fuck that, I'm not getting in there. Like,
nah, yeah. I mean, it was kind of like I don't know if it was because the venue had a policy about it or something like that, but I mean, I would just let people knock each other the fuck out. When we played was it Denver? I think it was Denver. Like a full on like gang war was going on like to the side while we were playing as well. Some rivaling gangs had a little feud that they needed to settle for some reason.
Okay, Kraanium's playing tonight. Let's just fucking shoot people, you know?
Yeah, it was more fisticuffs than anything, but it was just weird to see them just.
I think they're playing Bound to Kill in like 10 minutes, bro. We might as well just start when that song starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, you know, split her head in half from the Craniolepsy Split EP, bro. This shit's about to be.
Man.
Dude, them dudes are nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Analepsy needs new music. That's for
sure. I think they're working on new stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they are, but they've been going through a lot of changes as well.
Changes now, also. So
I saw that on Facebook. I think I saw that they got a new vocalist.
Yeah, new vocalist. I don't remember if they got a new guitarist too.
I think they got the new guitar player now.
Yeah. So they're kind of like restructuring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the last one, what is it? Atrocities from Beyond? Was that what it was called? The last one they made.
I believe so.
Yeah, that was a good one. But like, yeah. And before that, you had what was it? That was a good one though. The one they did before that too.
So they got genetic mutations, dehumanization by supremacy.
Yeah, dehumanization through supremacy. That was the one.
Yeah,
and then atrocities from beyond.
Yeah. 2014, 2015, 2017 was the last time.
First time I heard them, it was the 2015 release. And I just stumbled upon them like by accident, really, and I was hooked. I think they made a Putrid Pile cover on that one too. I think they did.
They're from the U.S. I think.
Yeah.
Putrid.
Yeah, Wisconsin actually.
I didn't even know that Wisconsin liked metal. I thought they were just about cheese.
Are they?
Like I'm
Yeah,
being
no,
dead serious.
yeah. Cheese and serial killers.
Yeah, there you go.
And Sean LeCane, Putrid Pile.
And apparently slam bands. So you
Yeah.
learn something new every day.
Mm.
But
Man.
they got a show coming up, I guess. August 26th. 2021. Death Fest open air. Oh yeah. Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
but that's we don't know if that's gonna happen or not. I think in Germany is still in lockdown right now. Like there's
They have
nothing
their
open. So
Third lockdown. They're actually locking down more right now.
yeah.
that's a pretty sick card though. Like I wish shit like that came to the US. Like that is a stacked festival. Like I've seen some of the bands on the card. I've seen Shadow of Intent. Those guys are good. I don't know if you guys know who they are. If you guys have listened to them.
I know. They're kind of what are they? They're kind of part of that new era of deathcore together with Distant as well.
Yeah, Distance needs a new mixer and editor. I like them, but they need someone to mix their shit better. Because it's just like straight instrumental and then a dude's whispering in the background to me.
Yeah.
So they need to work on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that lineup's pretty sick. Like I'm looking at it right now. Like there's a lot of bands that I want to see on that card. Especially you guys. But some of those bands I don't think are ever going to come to the US.
No.
And if they do, they're never coming around here.
Yeah, because I don't know if a festival like that would work in the US, and depends where would you have it. It's kind of like because in here it's pretty affordable. Like it's focused in Germany the fest, so it's pretty affordable for everybody around to travel. And Germany has a big death metal fan base, so in the US, where would you have something like that?
Yeah,
kind of like
That is true.
that is very.
I think
true.
they used to have the Milwaukee Metal Fest, like back in the day, in the late 90s. That used to have like a lot of death metal, Cryptopsy, Mortician played there, Internal Bleeding, stuff like that. And then they would mix also the trash death side, but it wasn't purely death metal.
But you still got Chicago Domination Fest, don't you?
That's true.
That's only like 5 hours away, and I feel like
Yeah,
that actually.
that one is usually stacked too.
Yes.
Like I would really love to go there.
Cannibal Corpse doesn't come around my area either, and it's those like I look up to those guys for death metal. I love.
Sure.
I like all genres, as long as it's not metalcore.
Yeah.
Well, some I'm okay with some, but the moshing just is. Why are you pushing each other? Kick each other in the fucking mouth, dude. What are you doing?
Where you at?
But that's I've seen death metal shows in New York that was like that.
Yeah.
I saw the reunion in New York, and that was just like you would imagine a hardcore show,
Yeah.
like people moshing like spin kicking and windmills and everything like that.
But that's the thing, because New York is like hardcore territory, so
Yeah.
I mean that is gonna like influence the audience on pretty much every show, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like Pittsburgh, we're a very big deathcore scene where hardcore we had a guy from Watcher on here, actually, the guitarist.
Yeah.
And he was like, Pittsburgh didn't invent deathcore. I just think they perfected it. So
that's a good saying.
Like beatdown. So because we have beatdown bands, like Signs of the Swarm is not slam. They consider themselves slam. I love Dave. He's a good dude, but they are not slam.
It's deathcore.
Yeah. His vocals, I mean, he does this weird garbage disposal thing, and it sounds cool, I guess. But, like, it makes me mad. Like, and I sound like the slam police, as people would call me. But, like you said, people need to stop branding themselves as something just to make a quick buck. Like, that's not cool. Like, slam has been around longer than deathcore has. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But just death metal in general has been around longer than...
well, death metal has been around way longer.
Yeah.
Sure.
but also like we talked with Jack one day, because like for me, deathcore was like Dying Fetus that mixed death metal and hardcore.
Yeah.
And Eternal Bleeding, for me that was deathcore in like 99,
Yeah.
2000, when I was getting into that stuff.
Mm.
Because nowadays deathcore is associated with all this other stuff that I got no clue what's about, but
Yeah, like when
for me that was the deathcore back in the day, kind of.
yeah, like when I slid up on your story and gave you that Brand of Sacrifice album. Like I was just curious on what you would say. Lifeblood. I see it was like best release so far of 2021, and I slid up and it said Lifeblood by Brand of Sacrifice. It's a good album. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it was good, but it's not kind of like my
Yeah.
It's not what I would listen like every day kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, and that's like I switch up genres every now and then. Like I've been into punk music. Like I've been on a serious punk kick for some reason. Like I don't know where it came from. But like Henry Rollins' Black Flag, like that's some old school shit. Like that's the good.
That's good, man. That's good. My brother was a big punk.
Like, we play death metal, but it's not like we listen to death metal every day. Only death metal.
Yeah. And that's for
like,
sure.
Parts on the table here. I listen, like when I'm at home, I listen way more to hip hop than I do like any metal.
Yeah. For sure.
That's
I just don't like the new rap, dude. Like if it didn't sound so auto-tuned, I'd listen to it. But the auto-tune's what throws me off.
Yeah, but it's old school hip hop,
I love old school hip hop. NWA.
All the East Coast, NWA. You got Wu-Tang, you got Public Enemy. All those guys, even De La Soul for that matter.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
They're just pissed off.
Onyx.
They're pissed.
Yeah,
That's just what it
exactly. They're just pissed.
Yeah.
Like there was legit feelings poured into that shit.
Yeah, like, and it was actual beef. Like it just wasn't for fucking money or publicity. Like they actually fucking beefed if they had beef with somebody, and that's the thing. They didn't fake
music
it.
were their outlet for it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Eminem MGK thing. MGK switched genres because he dissed him so hard.
That's funny. That's what happens when he literally tries to slaughter you.
He didn't even try though. That's the thing, and he admitted it.
Yeah,
and he was just like, "Dude, I didn't even try."
Yeah. Amazing.
I like old Dr. Dre, when he was rapping there for a little bit. Old Dre, Ice Cube, the No Vaseline, NWA diss. That's a hitter right there. Like sure. I'd fight someone to that song, like, and I don't fight people often, but Chandler, you look tired. But we wanted a time that would work for you guys as well as us. So I hope it's not too early or late there for you guys.
No, it's 5:30 p.m. here, so I'm gonna start taking off for work, guys.
Okay, buddy. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. And now just dig into Mika and get all the details out of him that nobody else has.
I'm gonna make him explain every track that's on the Split EP that's coming out.
Good luck, Mika.
Thanks.
Take care, guys.
You too.
Take care, Jack. We'll talk later.
Hey.
Yeah. You could probably kick him, I think, if you have to. Like, disconnect him. Discord's a learning curve, but it is so simple at the same time.
Yeah. But he's doing he was doing on the PC, so I don't know if he just unmuted his mic and muted his mic and left.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, just leave it. It's fine.
Okay. So Mikael, I hope I said that right again.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you do outside of Kraanium?
I work as a cook.
You're a cook?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But now it's everything's closed here in Finland. Like, we got the bars and restaurants closed up until the 18th of April.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too far away.
No, it's okay. Last year I worked. Last year I was only 3 weeks at home. I had many friends who were home like 9 months, 8, 10 months. So I had it very easy last year.
Mhm.
This year I have been so far only 4 weeks at home, so still okay.
Yeah.
And I'm part of union, so I get paid from the union while being at home, so it's not bad for me.
That's amazing. And
Just
the thing that's so cool about over there is, like, I noticed you have a lot of tattoos. I have tattoos too. So you guys don't have society standards when it comes to religion, I'm assuming.
it kind of depends. No, in Finland is pretty chill
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
Like here, we're religion based. So if you have
Yeah.
tattoos, like, you're like, oh my god, you're gonna go to hell and get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it's depending on your profession here.
Yeah.
They're still very like prejudicial, maybe against
Yeah.
like I cannot be an office manager maybe
Yeah.
and have neck tattoos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Depending on the company, they might look kind of like, but working in the kitchen, it doesn't really matter. Kind of nowadays, you see Master Chef, all these shows.
Yeah.
Most of the guys, even the judges, they are tattooed,
Yeah.
So
I noticed you had tattoos on your palms.
yeah,
Ooh.
Ow?
Ooh.
How
yeah,
was
but
that?
it was a long time ago, but it was okay. It was,
I'd cry.
I think like for me nowadays everywhere hurts. There is no place like that is this tattoo didn't hurt, but you can take easier the pain,
Yeah. I see you're also a sneakerhead, which is cool. Like, you're a very big
Yeah,
Air
I
Max
don't-
guy.
Yeah, I don't collect anymore that much. I just mainly Air Max 1 and because I'm vegan, so I don't use any products with leather. So anything the Jordan brand released, the classics like Jordan 4, 5, I
Yeah.
got those because they were synthetic.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't buy sneakers like I used to, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a very big
So
I'm a sneakerhead too. I wear Vans most of the time. Like, you'll see me in Vans a
Mhm.
lot.
Me too. Like in spring, summer, I usually mainly use Vans.
Yeah. I wear a lot of Vans.
It's just easy shoe to like go around and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're affordable. Like, that's
Yeah.
that's the cool thing. Like, they can last you forever.
Mhm.
Yeah,
usually I still have Vans that I bought like maybe 7, 8 years ago, and I still wear them.
that's amazing.
So they're not they're not in that shape yet to be thrown to the trash. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. And
What you guys do in the?
well,
You guys in school right now or?
no, okay, so I had a little bit of a complication when I was in school. I got out of school like 2 years earlier than I should have.
Okay.
I got into a lot of trouble in school, and the school always like fucked with me, because over here, like in this small town that I'm in, like they go by your last name, and so they were fucking with me. They were trying to fail me. Like, I was supposed to be in 11th grade, right?
Yeah.
And I did homeschooling from the time I was in 9th through 10th. They're like, oh yeah, you're a freshman. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm a junior. I'm not a freshman. And they were like, well, and then I was like, all right, fuck you, I'm dropping out, and I left. Because I'm not about to do 9th through 10th, then go to 11th again and graduate when I'm like 28. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Chandler's in college for cybersecurity.
Well, network administration.
No.
I want to do cybersecurity next.
Okay.
How
How many years?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
How many years you gotta study for that?
Well, right now I'm in my 5th semester. I think it's my 5th semester. Yeah, it's my 5th semester. And
Okay.
I have to have maybe 60 something credits.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really want to get into the field because the demand for all this is like really high over here right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
But how is it like with you guys gotta pay for the school or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This class I'm taking right now was almost $800.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
See, here's the wait. You're in wait. I don't want to get it wrong. Are you in Finland or Norway?
Yeah, Finland.
Finland?
Yeah.
Most of my viewers that are from the United States, Finland is a civilized country that has healthcare and free college, I hope. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I'm
it's
correct.
free. We have free universities free as well here.
Their taxes may be higher, I'm assuming, but here's the
Yeah,
deal.
the taxes are a bit higher, but I mean it goes all to that,
Yeah.
because even so even right now, if I would apply for a higher degree study or university, it would be for free, and of course, like I would study for free, and I would get money from the government to study, like to live, because so you don't have to work and study at the same time.
I'm jealous. I'm really jealous.
Civilized society.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like to think like people graduate schools in there maybe with a debt of I don't know how many
You're in
thousand.
debt for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean here of course you get student loan as well, because the government money, it's quite little what you get. It's maybe enough to cover the rent, but it's something. So the student loan, it's very low interest, so it's worth to take, because like my brother, he studied here and he took a student loan. He's a kindergarten teacher, and he pays very low interest, so he can pay that kind of like in few years off.
That's cool though. Like,
yeah,
like if we did that instead of spending money on bombs and shit, I feel like we'd be, we'd be pretty, we'd be okay.
I think if they would invest more, like less in the military and more in the education,
yeah,
it might be different.
Yeah, just a little bit different,
But I mean, I get it. Every country does how they think it fits best, but
yeah,
it's I like it here in that sense, because I mean I was raised and I grew up in Brazil, so Brazil is very different from here.
Oh yeah,
and Brazil is much like the US in the sense that there is public schools and there's the private schools, but the public schools are not good. So if you want to have a good education, you got to go to the private school. You got to pay a lot of money for that.
Right.
And then when it comes to the universities, the public university is the best, but it's very hard to get into. So you have to have studied basically in the private school to get to the public university in Brazil.
It's mind-blowing to think how unlucky the United States is. People are like, oh, we have the Constitution and everything. Here's the deal, bud. We're losing rights every single day because people are fucking dumb over here. Like, they are straight dumbasses.
Yeah, it's kind of... I mean, we have a lot of friends in the States.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're older guys. But I see it's hard, especially now with the situation with the virus. Of course, I think now it's a lot of, because more people getting vaccinated, so it's opening kind of little by little more.
Yeah.
But it might be easier for you guys to get back in the economy level kind of sooner than us in here, because even in Finland, like guy like me, I probably get in maybe July my vaccine, because now they're still vaccinating the elder and the risk groups.
Yeah, like people are like, dude, the vaccines are gene therapy. And then I'm like, okay, what's gene therapy? They're like, I don't know. Okay, so then why the fuck are you saying a word you have no idea what it is? Listen, here's the thing. President Donald J. Trump called this virus fake. Called it fake. And he had it. Explain the knowledge. Please explain your knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like he went, if he said that it's nothing, it was okay for him, you gotta think also he went to the best hospital, he
Yeah.
got the best medical care, and he didn't have to pay for it,
Yeah.
So, everybody who pays taxes paid for that.
Yeah. And that's
So,
what
and
it goes to.
and he as well, I think I saw that he got vaccinated in January.
Yeah, he did. Our healthcare workers and stuff and elders got vaccinated first, which is fine because
Yeah, of course.
because I wear a mask everywhere I go because I want to protect my grandparents, my mom, my uncle. Those are all high risk people. And people call me I've literally got called a communist one time for wearing one. I'm like, do you even know what communism is?
It's messed up, kind of like I don't understand this mentality, because even today I went to the shop here and I wear a mask when I go to the store, and there's still many people that don't wear, and I don't get what's the big deal. You put the mask for a couple hours when you go to the store, you take it off, but I mean, in Finland we don't have a lot of illegal like gatherings or parties, stuff like that, which is going on a lot in Brazil.
Yeah.
I think Brazil has reached the highest number of deaths. It's like maybe 300,000 now has died in the year.
Yeah.
Between this year from the virus.
The thing is the U.S. is like
I think
about to
US
top
is
that.
maybe second or third.
Yeah.
Brazil is still like higher because people just don't care. They're having huge illegal parties.
Yeah,
gatherings, everything unnecessary.
Like Florida. Like Florida. Like, they just don't give a fuck down there. Like, dude. Like, I get it. Florida's a party state. You want to have a few friends over? Okay, now, I get it. Pandemic, social distancing, fine. You want to have a couple friends over, have a couple beers? That's fine. But don't be fucking throwing, like, festival-level parties in your mom's basement.
Yeah, it's kind of, I understand it's frustrating, and I'm not opposing to, like, I'm not saying that everything should be closed, all stores, everything like that, but it's just that, all these unnecessary gatherings and big, huge parties with hundreds of people,
Yeah.
that, I know it's boring. Life is boring. I've been home 4 weeks, and, it is boring, so I am itching to, go to a show or,
for sure,
go out with friends, but you gotta think, you can't think so selfishly of yourself, kind of like that, and because maybe for a guy like me or you, the virus is not gonna do much damage as it would do then to if I go to my mom's or something like that.
Yeah, like, that's the thing that I tell people. Like, my friend, like, I have a friend, and I was going to buy a pair of Vans because they had the checkered Vans in, and they normally don't have them in stores. Like, you have to order them online. And they were in the mall, and I saw them there, and I was like, yo, put your fucking mask on before we go in here. And he was like, oh, if they ask, I have a medical condition. I was like, you do not have a fucking medical condition. Put a fucking mask on or leave me alone. Because I'm not going to walk around with a dumbass. Like, that's just, and I get defensive about it because more people need to do it. And if a fucking Trumpster pops into this stream right now and says something, I promise I will flame your whole life, dude.
Yeah. It's sad, that people, I understand there is people with medical condition, but now there's people using that card not to use the mask,
Like, faking it. Like, what are you doing faking it? Like, my mom has an exposed immune system. Exposed immune system. She has a heart condition. It's not a serious heart condition, thank God.
But is enough that if
she could get deathly sick.
Yeah.
Deathly sick. Like, my grandfather, he's 77 years old. That he ain't dying anytime soon, bro. Heaven's scared he'll take over and hell's scared to have him. Like, it's just, he's just one of those. He's ornery. He's old and ornery, like most old people are.
Yeah.
Grandma's on the nicer side. She wears a mask and everything. She got vaccinated. She got both vaccinations. She's a healthcare worker, even though she's 73 and should not be fucking working. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, she shouldn't have to. She should be retired. Welcome to the United States. We love it here. I'm about to go move to Finland, where it's more civilized. Even though they wouldn't take me. Probably.
Yeah, I don't know how is the nowadays how is to get in, apply, for visas to.
I have dual citizenship to Italy, but even
okay,
then,
so if you have Italian passport, you can live here.
Yeah, but the thing is Italy wouldn't take me either, because I'm from the U.S.
If you're American, can you have dual citizenship, or you gotta revoke one and then you have the?
I think I can have dual. I know
Okay.
we have a host over here. He's from the United Kingdom. He has triple citizenship, I'm pretty sure. So, I think his mom's from Canada and his dad's from the UK, and then he was born here or some shit.
Okay.
I could also be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But,
Yeah.
I was created in the U.S., right? Parents went to Sicily, which for some reason is different from Italy, from what I know, from what I've been told.
Mm-hmm.
So I have dual citizenship from the U.S. to Sicily.
Okay.
I'm 100% Italian. It's weird. Grandparents.
So you were born in Italy, or you were born there?
I was born in Italy and then brought here with a passport. So
Okay.
I'm an American citizen with dual citizenship.
Okay.
From what my mom has
But
told
that makes
me.
it easier. If you have the Italian passport, if you travel within Europe, it's much easier, kind of.
I started this podcast because I don't want to do a normal job, and I don't disrespect anybody that does. I don't disrespect blue collar workers, doctors, stuff. We need those things, but I don't want to do that. Like I said in one of my episodes, I want to be in a band. I want to run a podcast. You know what I mean? I want to stream video games and make money off that. And that's just what I want to do with my life. And people are like, "Oh, that's not a real job." Listen, buddy. Nick Merckx makes $30,000 a stream, and you're calling it not a real job? Okay, dude. Let me know.
That's crazy, yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. I just did my kitchen thing because it gives me easy time off for the band and everything.
Yeah.
But of course, now with this last year, we haven't played shows in a bit over a year now.
Yeah.
It makes me see that my job is pretty boring, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I didn't mind the job when I could fly, do shows and stuff like that. But now, when you take that away from the equation, then the job itself it sucks.
And I really hope to see Kraanium a little closer to me at some point, because I do want to see you guys.
We had a plan to do a 2022. We had a plan to do a US tour.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it's gonna be now with this.
Well, they're saying for us. I don't know about you guys, but for us, they're saying shows are coming back latest midsummer.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is we also have to realize that we need to share the recipe for the vaccine for other countries so that another variant does not pop up.
Yeah. I mean, I think they did that with Brazil now. It's a vaccine being developed there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to help, because then the variant from there is not going to spread. So that's really good. But I don't know how it's going to be in terms of for us, because like Jack said, we're 5 guys, 5 different countries, to do a US tour anytime soon, and also promoters, because a lot of venues probably closed down now during this pandemic time.
Yeah.
So we would need a band to either support, that we would support, or that this would support us.
Yeah.
That it's kind of it's not too big, not too small, that we would play in places that maybe mainly bars, or I don't know.
I don't like big venues. I don't like.
Yeah.
I like the one security guard that stands in the back of the venue that I go to, and he does nothing. Like, you could fucking die, and he'd be like, okay, I'll call an ambulance. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't care. Like, that's just how he is. And that's the cool thing about it. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck, and that's what I like. Because at the end of the day, dude, like, one security guard ain't gonna be able to stop a fucking mosh pit. Like, I don't, like, I didn't go to
But
the...
I think a lot of times I hear, I don't see, but I hear that in the US, a lot of venues get in trouble or sued if somebody gets really injured or at the show. And I remember because you guys probably know Hatebreed.
I love Hatebreed
from Connecticut. Yeah, like Hatebreed didn't go to a lot of venues because there would be too hard pits, and then they would get in trouble, and
like
and this kind of like law trouble.
My buddy AJ from the band Face Wreck. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I know Face Wreck, yeah.
He owns a venue in Pittsburgh, right?
Okay.
He makes you sign a waiver before you go in.
Okay.
Like, I'm dead serious. Like, because he privately owns it, okay? And it's also a record shop. So, he privately owns it. So, he makes you sign a waiver before you go in. Now, I think if venues did that, now, don't get me wrong, there's going to be, it's probably going to be a less of a crowd if they started doing, fucking waivers and shit. But then they don't have to worry about losing money because some pussy decided to fucking sue because he got punched in his nose in the pit. Don't stand on the edge of the pit then if you're so worried about it. Like, it's don't stand on the edge of the pit and get crowd killed. Like, that's one of the things that pisses me off. Like, or if you stage dive and no one catches you, like, that's not my problem, bro. That's not their problem. We just didn't want to catch you, probably because you were being a dick. Like, that's...
Yeah. But PA has a lot of good shows, or like, because before Kraanium, I was involved in the hardcore scene.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of like Wisdom in Chains from PA, Crutch, Enemy Mind.
I love Enemy Mind.
PA has always had a solid kind of scene, and they used to do the... What's the festival they had there in...
This is Hardcore?
Yeah, they did... Joe Hardcore does that, this Hardcore Fest. And they did the... There was another one. Was in... I can't remember the name. Tsunami Fest, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tsunami Fest, I think they mixed out some... Like, they had some bigger... Like, I think... Wu-Tang Clan played there once, and a lot of other bands like Strength for a Reason and Body Count and
I love Body Count, bro. Body Count, it's so sick. Like, people are like, "Oh, Ice-T had a metal band." Like, yeah, dude, he's had one for 30 years. You're just now getting into the loop. Like, my mom showed me Body Count when I was younger. She's like, "Yo, dude, this is Body Count." I'm like, "Yo, they're dope." Like, my mom grew up in the 80s. So she's like seen like Motley Crue, Agnostic Front, all the old schools, all the old school shit. And she still, like I said, I get this wrong. Sometimes I reverse it, but she has ticket stubs like this high from the CBGBs from New York.
Yeah, that's a venue that I wish I would have gone and seen a show at. Because that's something like I only see videos on YouTube now, but
it looked lit. It looked fun. Like, people were just having fun, dude. And that's the thing. Like, you didn't have a worry in the world. The New York hardcore scene, New York and PA's hardcore scene is unbeatable, in my opinion. That is my opinion.
Yeah, I like a lot of the east like New Jersey, PA, New York.
E-Town
Concrete. They always had a
Concrete.
very good.
I love E-Town.
Fury 5, New Jersey Bloodline. They had a lot of good bands also from Jersey.
One band, I don't know if you've heard of them. I think you'd actually like them, though. They're called Kubla Khan, Texas.
Yeah. They toured in Europe with Lionheart, I think, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a European tour supposedly happening this year with Orthodox and Justice for the Damned, and they're headlining it. And it's cool to see that hardcore is becoming mainstream enough that they're having full stack tours. Like, nobody would have thought, like, 10 years ago that Shadow of Intent would be playing with Whitechapel or As I Lay Dying. Like, nobody would have saw that, especially like a big theater. Like, and it's just
but in Europe it's big, kind of like. But I think like Lionheart, they're bigger in Europe, I think, than in the States.
Yeah.
I mean, like the shows that I have seen them play here, it's like sold out shows. That I don't know, could they do it in the States?
I feel like, okay, so here's the thing with U.S. bands, the U.S. bands are gonna have more of a easier time getting like a bigger venue, but if they bring somebody from Europe, then Europe then gets to play that bigger venue if they're on the tour card. So either way, either or, it's bringing a bigger name to the band that's from Europe or Tokyo or something like that. Because, and that's the cool thing about even Europe. You take a U.S. band, take them to Europe, they're playing Europe-sized venues from the United States, and that brings more of a crowd in. And that's the cool thing about it. And, I personally, I fuck with that. One thing I don't like, though, is record labels. I do not like record labels. Are you guys signed by any chance?
We like, even though we're gonna release through the CDN Records now, the split, but that's our only release. Kind of, we've been with Comatose Records. They done all the previous Kraanium albums, and like up to the Slamcosis. And Comatose is okay. Like,
And my thing is
it's just kind of like an outlet more to. Because they're a very underground label, We are not signed to any big major label. So
the thing is I don't want to get DMCA'd for playing your music on stream, and that's like my big worry when it comes to bringing bands on here. So I just hope I don't get DMCA'd or like a copyright strike or something from them. that's what I worry about.
No, I think with Comatose, pretty okay. I don't know I'm not sure who owns the masters. Is it us or them for the record? But because the two albums that was released, re-released now last year, they were the first records. They were out on this Spanish label. They released those two albums at first, and then Comatose released the rest of the catalog. But and of course, in between the split with Analepsy was Rising Nemesis Records from Switzerland, and now it's CDN Records from Canada. So it's not like that, Kraanium always being like exclusively only for Comatose, and we cannot have any other releases kind of in between. Like the guy always had a kind of like this kind of open deal for us.
Yeah, and that's cool. Like, I don't like record labels. It seems like to me are kind of scummy. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Like, if I start a band, I'm personally gonna go independent, just because.
Yeah, it's better. And I mean, like, even if I would have a label, I would only release stuff from bands that tour like 9-10 months of the year, because otherwise, how are you gonna sell that stuff?
Yeah, and that's for sure. But as soon as the stimulus check hits, I'm definitely gonna pick up some Kraanium merch, and everybody that's watching should definitely do that too. I'm gonna go in here and grab the link.
I might go take some Olive. My head is killing me.
Huh?
I need to take some like ibuprofen. My head is killing me.
Check out their merch store. Good guys. But the two re-releases were phenomenal, and I liked those. I liked the originals too.
Yeah, they were pretty raw. I like, but it was good. And I think this new one, the split, it's gonna sound good. It's gonna sound kind of different from the Slamcosis, because Slamcosis we had kind of like everything recorded in a different place almost. Just the guitars were recorded in one place, and then we had the bass at the one place and the drums at one and the vocals at one place. Of course, now it's still a little bit like that, but this now is the same person mixing and mastering, so the sound is gonna be more kind of the same,
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a it's a decent collection for the U.S. store. I like that.
Mm.
The hoodie catches my eye. That's for damn sure.
I don't know how it's going with the sizes in there, but because we try to do more the Euro store, because we run that ourselves, so it's kind of easier. But I think we did last year a new design for the US store, so I think this year again.
There's a store called Fat Tub of Lard Records that's selling merch for you guys. Is that?
Yeah, that's in Asia, in Taiwan.
So it'd take a minute for that shit to get here. But the thing is I'm willing to wait.
Yeah, Fat Tub, they do a lot of stuff that is produced by Brutal Mind in Indonesia, and they sell through Fat Tub of Lard.
Gorehouse. And Gorehouse too.
Yeah, and
they have some stuff.
Yeah. And it's pretty reliable. Like I have ordered from them many times, both Brutal Mind and Fat Tub, and they're good.
Oh, the Art of Female Sodomy pre-release cover fucking flag is. I love it. I'm gonna have to get that for my room. Hopefully the girlfriend don't see it or just like doesn't notice it. Then I should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, your cassettes and CDs and everything is on here. Where does Gorehouse go through? Are they from a different country as well, or are they a U.S. store?
I'm not sure.
They have U.S. prices, so I was only asking.
Yeah, because we have some that release the tapes and release the early promos. The 2007, 2008 promo.
Yeah.
They released one CD. And that was a US release.
They have a party cannon flag. I don't know how you guys feel about party cannon, but party cannon to me is fucking great.
We played with them in England a few years back, 3 years back.
Putrid Pile has stuff on here. That's interesting.
Mm.
There's a slam band that I'm trying to think. Fuck, what was their name? I forget now. If I think of it later, I'll probably remember. I don't Organectomy. Are they from over there or are they from over here? Or is it most slam bands these days end with ectomy, and I get confused.
I'm not sure because even kind of like me, I just listen mainly to the almost same stuff I listened kind of like 20 years ago, like Disgorge from US and Devourment, Internal Bleeding, that stuff.
Visceral Disgorge is definitely one of those bands that needs more recognition. They're like they did a tour with Ingested, and I think that was the only actual slam band on that tour.
And I think they did a tour with Suffocation and Crisium in the States as well.
Yeah, Suffocation's really good. Kev Mueller, he's a good vocalist. He started his own thing. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it though, so I'm not gonna butcher it. But his new death metal band is pretty solid.
Yeah, I know. I met Kevin when I went to New York in 2011.
Yeah.
And they played with Merciless Concept in that same show with Dehumanized and Internal Bleeding.
Yeah.
And Kevin is a good guy. He did also vocals in Europe for Enemy Mind.
Yeah.
Because when Enemy Mind came here, Mike broke his foot at the second show, so Kevin filled in for.
That's cool though. Like I didn't even know that. Like,
there's some videos you can check on YouTube, like Enemy Mind in Europe, live in Europe, and they played like last year, just before the pandemic hit, kind of February. So
Do you
I
guys?
think Kevin was suited very well with the Enemy Mine style.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the thing is like I have friends that are in bands. You know, they have they do shows sometimes.
Mm.
But I had a friend who who does deathcore vocals, and hardcore vocals are a little different.
Yeah.
There's difference behind it, and he was like, the lead vocalist that was in this band had the shits, so he didn't want to, shit himself while he was playing live. And
Yeah.
my friend was like, dude, I'll do it, but I'll have to learn a new vocal style in like 10 minutes. It actually wasn't that bad live. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't horrible, I mean, for 10 minutes learning a new vocal style, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's interesting. I
Mhm.
myself, I'm practicing vocals. I'm not that good yet, but I'm getting there. And that's the thing with it is, for people out there that are practicing and everything, keep practicing at what you're doing. Like, even if it's like guitar, drums, painting,
Yeah, exactly.
learning how to jerk off a different way, dude. Just keep practicing at it. Like, if you're right-handed and you want to learn how to do it left-handed, like, just learn.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm excited for this split. I'm genuinely curious about it. The Craniolepsy split EP was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, that was unfortunately the last one with Martin,
Man.
and so we did the one with Jack straight after the Slam courses,
Mhm.
and now I think this one is gonna be good. This is with the kind of like the same lineup we have had since end of 2019. Is this lineup on this release,
Yeah.
because always Kraanium had the curse of the drummer, kind of like it's very hard for the drummer to stay. So in the Kraanium split, Aaron was playing the drums, and in Slam Courses too, but then he had to leave because he didn't have much time for the band, and he's a teacher back in Turkey, so it was really hard for him to balance kind of like the band and job and everything. So then Toby from Switzerland has been doing the drums since then, kind of like officially since end of 2019.
Slamcosis was just like one of those albums that like made me want to like. I mean, a lot of heavy shit makes me want to punch people in the fucking head, but like, Slamcosis had me on like another level. Like, I feel like if I were to like hear any of those songs live, I'd be like, all right, people are dying today. This is it.
I feel like that was a little bit more. It's not technical, but it was more to the technical side of Kraanium, kind of.
Yeah.
This exploring a little bit differently. Now this split is gonna be more back to the kind of like to the basics, because the songs are usually done by Mats and Jason always. With us having input on the structure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If this riff needs a little bit change, or can do this part slower or stuff like that, but it's usually now I think this is the first time that Mats and Jason, they work together mainly on the songs, and so it's a kind of different result, but I liked it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I was hesitant to text you guys because I didn't know if I would have had to go through a record label or not, because I had a friend tell me like, yo, they're a big band, like, they've been around forever, they're signed to a record label, you're probably gonna have to go through them. And I'm like, oh man, this record label's gonna charge me a fucking arm and a leg if I have to. Then I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it and see what they say.
Yeah, I think it's best. I mean, it's no problem, and luckily, because there's, even if you cannot get every guy, but can always get some guys.
Yeah, like when you said the whole band would do it, I was just expecting like 1 to 2 people. Like, that's because each interview we've only had like one person, and then 1 to 2 people's cool. The whole band, sweet. And like I was just like, and then I was like, I didn't mean to, if I was overwhelming, I'm sorry. I'm a perfectionist and I like to check up on things as a person.
Yeah, no, it's totally good. And it's just that because Mats was getting tattooed right now, so he wasn't sure like would he be able to finish him on time. And Jason is still working, so and those guys kind of because of the time difference, so they were still at work right now. So
Yeah, and that's totally cool. And like I said, I apologize if I was, but I know some people like consistency because that's just, I'm a consistent person. You know what I mean? So I check up on things because I'm a perfectionist. I have real bad OCD, and I mean it is bad. And yeah, I'm just hoping I wasn't too overwhelming or anything for you guys.
no,
Because I wanted this to go, I wanted this to go well. You know what I mean? And,
yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad because me and Chandler are trying to get a schedule. That schedule is not going very well, but we're trying to get one. Like, we're trying to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to myself, and then I'm back to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I need a mental health check. I need to be able to make sure that my mental health is in the right place. And
it's good. It's good to keep a schedule, kind of.
Yeah. Like
even though I have been home now these past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But I have kept a sort of a routine. I wake up early every day. I have two small kids, so I take them to the daycare, and then I do stuff after that. I do either band stuff or I go to gym or something like that.
Yeah.
So I keep always a routine, otherwise go crazy.
Like I'm bipolar, so manic episodes are pretty, somewhat common if you don't keep a routine. So I try to keep a small routine. I try to get up and I try to clean every once. I clean, and then like even if there's like a fucking crumb on the floor, like I'll vacuum it. Like I'm just. I don't know how my girlfriend handles me, dude. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I got up in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. and started vacuuming as she was in a dead sleep. Because I found 2 crumbs on the floor. Like, I'm weird. Or I'll do the dishes out of nowhere. Like, I find 1 dish in the sink, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I gotta spend, like, 15 minutes cleaning this bowl that I found that's been there for 2 days. Like... And it's definitely good to keep a routine and a schedule, and people need to realize that. Like, I've been out of work for, since the pandemic started. And then,
yeah,
I met Chandler, and then on a random Wednesday in March, we were like, yo, you want to start a podcast? He was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, okay. So that's how...
That's pretty good, And it's good that you guys can get people from different scenes and different backgrounds,
Yeah.
To keep it interest, kind of.
Yeah, and that's our main goal. You know what I mean? Like, what do we got? We got a guy from the metalcore scene coming on tomorrow, and I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm also very critical when it comes to metalcore. But these dudes sound a little different.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
Because also for me, also like when it comes to when I think of metalcore, I always associate with like All Out War or like Marauder, the word like the metal, and hardcore kind of, like that kind of metalcore. Not that maybe this screamy something that.
Yeah, like me with metalcore, I think like Killswitch, Engage, and
Killswitch is a good example, kind of like
Lamb of God, even
yeah.
Slipknot's new metal. Slipknot's right.
They were kind of always more to the like Korn, same like Stuck Mojo, this kind of early 2000s, late 90s bands that
one
probably
band
was influenced a lot by Sepultura roots. You know?
One band that really shocks me is The Who. I think they're very interesting. They're like a Mongolian like metalcore band. It's like weird. Like they do like Mongolian throat singing. and
Yeah.
it's very strange, but it's weird. But I actually don't mind it.
Mm,
I need to reset my router.
Do you?
I do. Because it's like, for me, it's like going frame by frame, like at like miles per hour. Like it's going so slow on my end.
How long does it normally take to reset your router?
Like 5 or 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if Mikael doesn't mind, I mean, we'll still be here
yeah.
if you need to. So do what you got to do, dude.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah, the US.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hope we get to. That's the thing with this new release. It's been kind of like I've been very lazy to to play at home because like we're countries apart, so we
Yeah.
gotta just cannot go to a practice room, cannot see each other. So it's the atmosphere. It's very different when you play at home, the songs, and when you jam together.
Yeah.
So this preparation for the split has been kind of like very dragging and lazy because of that, and the fact knowing that we won't be able to play any shows for the release of the split. Because even though people are they're pretty hopeful that we are gonna have in the fall some shows, I'm still pretty skeptic that we are gonna have any shows in the fall.
Yeah, and that's
Maybe, but I don't know.
I mean, you never really know, dude. Like I said, I wasn't expecting shows here until 2022. But now,
Yeah.
since vaccines became public to the people today, midsummer at the latest, I'm thinking shows are going to come back. And I'm excited. Like, I'm truly excited for that because I need to fucking hit people in the mouth. Like, that's just...
But even though shows would come back right now, like in the summer, would you still go kind of like or would you still go kind of like with a mask or?
I would go with a mask. I would definitely. I would go with the mask. But here's the thing: I get my second dose of the vaccination on April 24th. So since I'll be since I'll have both vaccines, I won't be too worried about accidentally forgetting my mask in the car. Or
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's like if because even last summer, we had shows last summer in Finland because the cases were very, very low.
Yeah.
So outdoor shows were allowed, So I went to one, and even though there was no cases linked to any outdoor events last summer in Finland, but still kind of like back of your mind, I was all the time kind of like, does somebody here have it, or am I too close to this guy drinking and
Yeah, and that's a good mindset to have, especially now, because I don't see why people are so skeptic of getting a shot in your arm, dude. The polio vaccine, people took that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and for me, it's just that many countries I think are gonna require a vaccine to enter the country. So
as they
if
should.
we want to tour, it's just the thing to do. If we want to play, we want to tour, we gotta take the vaccine. So I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too, and that's what people need to understand, dude. Like we're going, we may be vaccinated. Masks are gonna be around. I'd say until at least in the U.S. anyway, until I think fall and stuff. Or even midsummer. You can stop wearing one. But the thing is it's actually a good idea that they require a vaccine passport to travel because they don't fucking know what you're bringing. Like, if you didn't get the vaccine and you have COVID and you try to go to Italy, right? Or, Germany or Russia. Russia doesn't give a fuck, but, other places do. And you bring it and say somebody there hadn't got the vaccine yet. And then that other person that they go around didn't have the vaccine yet. And then it spreads again. Like, that is...
Yeah.
You see, so there's definitely cons to not getting it. I mean, you're still...
Yeah.
It's with any vaccine. Like, you're going to get a little sick from it. But it's not going to fucking kill you, dude.
No. And that's I think, like... because there is some places, if you go to Colombia or Venezuela, you gotta take the yellow fever vaccine. You cannot enter the country without that.
I've never heard
So
of yellow fever. I don't think I got a
yeah,
shot for that. Well,
it's. I think it's only when you travel to some places in South America, maybe Africa. I don't know, but that's the thing. Even if that would be the case for us to travel to tour in Asia, like you gotta take the vaccine, man. I take it. I don't care.
yeah, like Wuhan is post-pandemic now.
Yeah.
You know why? You guys are gonna be shocked by this. I'm talking to my chat, by the way.
Mhm.
You guys are gonna be shocked by this, but they were fucking smart. They required a mask. Well, they've been wearing masks for years because the pollution over there is horrible. So
Yeah.
they're fucking used to it. But they required that shit. They required it. If you didn't wear a mask, you got fined. And you went to jail. Either or. It doesn't matter. Quit reading Facebook and watching Fox News for fucking news outlets, because I guarantee it's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah. But it's in Asia, and is a part of the culture that they always, when they were sick, if you were sick, you wore a mask,
Yeah. Even with the regular flu, you wore one.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. And I really do, like, within the next, I say, year, I really do feel like things are going to go back to normal. Like things did when polio happened. Like, there'll be no mask. Things will be back to normal. And here's the thing is, if people are smart, they say that this virus can't be eradicated. But no, if everybody gets the vaccine, this virus will definitely slow down. And it will be less contractable. And that is the thing that people don't understand.
Yeah, because like it's the same with the influenza. Even though the coronavirus might be still present, but like the influenza is present every year, but still things are normal, kind of,
Yeah, like influenza, in fact, is actually, if you look at the statistics, is actually worse than COVID. But then again, you also have to think that COVID also attacks the immune system. The flu does too. But the COVID is worse for older people, and those are the people that you have to worry about. The older people can get the flu. I mean, yeah, they might be extremely sick, but COVID could wipe out your whole other half side of the family that's 60 and over within 5 days. And that's people don't understand that.
No, because they think like, but for me it's okay. Like I just got a flu, but. It's quite difficult.
Like, I'm a smoker, so if I get it, it's gonna be,
yeah, for you it would be hard.
Yeah, bro, I wouldn't die from it, but I'd probably wish I would,
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is people need to be.
I have friends who had it here.
Yeah.
And they're okay now, but they still don't have the sense of taste and smell,
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to lose. Like, what if I went to eat some hot wings and I didn't have a taste of, like, I didn't have a sense of taste? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's the point? Then I'm just eating bland-ass hot wings.
Yeah.
Like, yo, these aren't even hot wings. Like, what am I doing? My asshole would feel it, but my mouth wouldn't. Like.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
But you guys are definitely legends. Like, and you guys are going to go down as legends because you guys have been around for so long. Like, you guys take actual, like, from what I've noticed, I have no clue, but from what I've noticed, each album has a story to it, in a sense. Could also be wrong.
I think Matt would have been the guy maybe to explain that a little bit better than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of like, and especially the albums that he did with his brother Martin, it was more kind of like the two guys always kind of envisioned the record and
like Slam
the lyrics and
Slam Kosis has like hold on, I'm gonna pull up Spotify because I barely remember my fucking birthday, let alone am I gonna remember a whole album. So, like, this whole album is is a masterpiece of brutality, and that's what I like about slam, because it's so different. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck thinks to name a song "Face Fucked with a Brick"? Like, that's the first time I'd ever seen that.
Mhm.
You know, and these are... Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you guys know. I don't know if you guys did it or Spotify did it, but they took the second remaster off Spotify. That is...
Yeah, I don't know who, because I don't think we are running the Spotify. I think it's a label. So
And the one thing I hate about the US is there's a big gray block on one of the albums.
okay. So
Like
it's a censored version.
it's censored, yeah. But all the songs are still there.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's cool, but they fucking gray blocked one of the albums. Post-coital fixation is definitely a good one. That was 2012. So I don't know where you got. Were you in Kraanium in 2012, or are you like a...
No, I joined the fall of 2017. But Mats and Martin, I knew them since 2005, because even though Kraanium started in 2001, they were on a kind of like a hiatus, because Mats and Martin, they were involved in the hardcore scene in Norway, so they were doing these other bands. They were doing Enforcer, which was a straight edge band from Oslo, and Last to Remain, their beatdown hardcore band.
Ooh, Enforcer is a good one.
Yeah, so I got to know Mats and Martin through Last to Remain, because they came to Finland to play that year, 2005, and I think then they got back to with Kraanium kind of like more actively around when Last to Remain kind of was already breaking up. So
Yeah.
it was like 2006, 2007. They were getting more active with Kraanium and leaving on the side Last to Remain. And I think we even played a show with Last to Remain in 2008. And then I think they broke up soon after that. And then the brothers just focused mainly on Kraanium. And they've been hustling the Kraanium thing since then, kind of like, very actively. So
That's cool. Like I've known that they've been around since 2005, but I did not know that it actually started in 2001, which is interesting. But there's a lot of bands like that. Like they're like, "Oh, we just released our first single in like 2018, but we've been around since like 2007."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that's very interesting. Like you learn new things, which is cool.
Yeah, but it's and now we try to keep the ball rolling. Kind of like, even though we're gonna do the split now, but we are gonna start working on new songs for the next full length already.
Oh, I'm ready for that.
Because now the split songs are ready. So after the release, like during the summer, maybe we're gonna start working on the songs for the full length.
That's awesome. I'm excited for that. That's definitely something I'm gonna look for, and I'm definitely gonna. I don't know what. There's like 4 different websites with your guys' merch on it. I like the stuff that's on Gore House, so I might buy something from there. And if it doesn't,
if it's US located, I would suggest that it's I remember they have.
Oh, they ship worldwide.
Okay.
So that's cool. So my question is how much is the shipping? Because US shipping is fucking atrocious. So if I were to take this, add it to cart, view cart. Okay, United States. I do not live in Alabama, and I don't want to. Calculate shipping. Proceed to checkout. Oh, I'm not putting all that information in. Oh, hell no. But I'm hoping that the shipping isn't too bad, because that's what kills, like, not buying shirts online
Yeah, I
from a
know.
band. You know, and that's why I like buying shirts at shows more. But since
Yeah, me too.
there is no shows right now, you know, if you guys went through Bandcamp, that would be sick.
Mm.
Because Bandcamp does
But
this.
but I think our merch store, um, our official merch store in Europe,
Yeah.
we have a fixed like price for the shipping. I think it's like $10 for the shipping.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look. I wonder what the U.S. store is. The fucking
I think the Massacre merch, I think that's like that's also probably to you guys is not much. It's maybe $10-12 the shipping.
That ain't bad at all. I'm
No.
looking for your merch store.
For us here,
for-
it's much.
Okay, it's Big Cartel. I trust Big Cartel. So, I mean, even if I gotta wait a little longer for it, I'm not worried about that. My thing is I want the money to go straight to you guys, because I'm like that. You know, so if I gotta buy it from the Europe store and wait a little longer, that's okay, because I want to make sure that the money goes straight to you guys.
Yeah, but that's the best way. Is like the B cartel. That the money goes straight to the band, like 100%.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I don't know. I think Gorehouse posted something for you guys as well. So I could even go through them, and the money would go to you. Now, the only reason I'm saying that is because I saw that they did something with you guys on Facebook, and they made sure, you know, they promoted the 2 new releases, you know, so I trust them too. But my only problem with them is I don't know how much their shipping is, because if you guys went through Indie Merch as a U.S. store, I know that their shipping's like $8 or something like that, like $8 to $10. And it says that you guys actually have something on Indie Merch.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to check, because it says that, and if that's the case, okay, let's look. It only has the Kraanium split CD with you guys and Analepsy on there.
Okay, because I think we're gonna try to have it maybe next year, something on indie merch, but not sure, you know.
Yeah.
Because right now we are just doing with Massacre merch, but Massacre merch is in PA, so
yeah, and if it's in PA, you know, it's not gonna be horrible, but
no. But I think they probably have a flat rate shipping in the US. Like maybe it's $10-12 per shirt or something like that.
Yeah, let me oh, there's a search button. Also, one thing that I noticed is I was watching your guys' set from Saudi Arabia. Who the hell was that guy that was on stage for Saudi Arabia? He was like covered in tattoos.
That was Phil. He sings for Pighead in Germany.
Pighead. I gotta check them out.
Yeah, because Phil kind of like Martin died that year May, like April, May. So they had the Asia tour booked, and they didn't want to cancel that. So they got Phil to replace, like to do just that tour.
Yeah.
And they did without a bass player, because their bass player left just before that. He said, like, I don't want to do the band anymore, and he quit. So Matt didn't ask me, because it would have been too short of a notice, kind of like to learn a set list, you know.
Yeah.
But then after they came back from the Asia tour, that's when he asked me to join the band, kind of.
See, the thing I don't really like about the Massacre merch store for you guys is your merch is toned down. And there's, like, it's not... I mean, they're cool shirts, but they seem like they're toned down a little bit, rather than if I were to get it off Gorehouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he was good. You know, I feel like he could have done Phil could have done a little better. But then again, I also don't know what his band sounds like.
Yeah.
So
But it was, and when I played my third show with Cranium,
yeah,
Phil came on stage. We played a show in Germany, and he came to sing one song with Jack.
that's
And
cool.
it was good. I like Phil has a very good he's a very good frontman, so his stage presence is very good. You know, there him and Jack are very different kind of. Jack is more this, I think Phil had this background also on the hardcore side.
Yeah.
You know?
Cuz I could tell he was like jumping around, you know, he
Yeah.
was just chilling, like he was just jumping around, having a good time.
Mm.
And that's what bands need to do more of, because stage presence is important, you know. And I think it was in Vegas when I saw Jack do one. I think I could also be wrong. I was watching live sets, and Jack's stage presence was really good. At least I hope it was Jack. So
Yeah, it was Jack.
yeah, so I stage presence is a big thing for me, you know. So if a band's stage presence sucks, like I mean, I get it if it's like a new tour and you guys are like, you know, like a brand new band and you got a tour coming up.
Yeah.
You know, I get it, but you have to learn how to, you know, like me, I'm not in a band, but I've looked at stage presence and I know I can guarantee my first show is going to be fucking, if I ever decide to do it, because I have stage fright like a motherfucker, so we'll see. But you know, if I can overcome that and start one and we can get rolling with it, I feel like, you know, I wouldn't be too bad at it. I'm a hype man for everybody though, so.
Yeah.
Badly Bold, what's up? How you doing? Wonder what the hell's taking Chandler so long. Is he okay? Did he like die or something? He's still trying to reset his router. It won't reset.
Okay. I gotta head soon to take the kids to bed. It's about it's soon 8 o'clock here, so.
Oh, okay.
It's 7:40.
Oh yeah, you're 7 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Well, whenever
So
if you need to
days
go,
ending here.
if you need to go now, I mean that's fine. He's having trouble resetting his router, but if you need to go get the kids to bed and everything, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. You know, even though we're in like
Anytime, man. And you know, anything, you know, hit me up when we have the split CD. You know, we try to get a copy for you guys there, and we, you know, listen, and then we would be glad to be back
oh yeah,
after the split comes out.
yeah, bro. We would definitely love that because we're going by seasons. So, and you said that it's not coming out till when? Summertime? Is that when you guys?
I think summer, like we're trying, like maybe June. You know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's perfect because we're doing 20 episodes in season 1, and then I don't know if we'll get that done by June. I mean, I'm in no rush to get 20 episodes out of the way.
Yeah.
But we would definitely love to have you guys back, and it would be amazing. And I'll definitely, when that split EP comes out, I'll definitely listen to it because I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to the people before we get off here?
Just thanks for the support, and we hope to get to tour the US soon. You know, hope to get to tour Europe and Asia and everywhere. But especially because I didn't get to go to the US the last time because of my work. So now I have to make I will go, no matter, even if I have to quit the job. And yeah, you know, just be on the lookout for our page. We're gonna have some new merch in a few weeks.
Ooh.
Out.
Europe or US?
Europe, at least for now.
Okay.
So maybe for the springtime in May, we're gonna have some new merch. And just, you know, keep following us on Instagram and Facebook
Yeah.
for any news. And
Yeah.
we're gonna start the studio recordings now shortly. Like I go tomorrow to start the recording of the bass, and the guys are gonna start recording the guitars also this week.
Just make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys support these guys. These are good guys. Even if you're not into slam, don't be a pussy and do it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you like brutal death metal and
yeah.
not so much the classic death metal DS side, maybe we're not so close to that, but
no, definitely not close to Cannibal Corpse either. But that's fine.
Yeah, no.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, thanks for thanks for taking the time out of your day to do this.
Anytime, man. Thank you and Chandler for doing this.
Yeah, for sure, and we'd love to have you back for the.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, I can't wait to hear the split EP. So thanks, man. Much appreciated.
All right, anytime, brother.
For sure.
Have a good week.
You too.
Thanks.
Yep.
But.
Well, guys, that was the Kraanium episode. Big fan of these guys. These guys have been around forever. Make sure you check them out. They got merch on 4 different sites. Have all of them tabbed. Well, 3 different sites. So check out Massacre. Check out Big Cartel. Definitely, Gore House. Check them out. Good dudes. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.